The following amendment, the clerk read the amendment.
Amendment by Niave Criado.
The chair recognizes Ms. Niave Criado to explain the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, this amendment adds to the list of programs, and we want to make sure that there are specific programs that guarantee pivotal student services are not going to be affected by this bill. We want to reinforce and encourage higher education institutions to continue their pre-college and pre-professional outreach programs. So there are 4 different types of programs that we're trying to add here. One are the admissions, recruitment, and outreach efforts to attract new students. These types of programs benefit students like those from rural areas or even first-generation students. I'll give you an example. The Division of Diversity and Community Engagement at UT Austin, for example, has a program. Their pre-college initiatives reach communities that are statewide to foster this culture of academic excellence and success for underrepresented students in our state. Also, the University of Texas Law School has a pipeline program that does outreach to high school and college students who are first generation and low income, and they help them with mentoring and scholarship support and information. And these are just 2 programs. There are countless programs, higher education programs across the state that support and promote underrepresented students. And so this amendment will ensure that we protect those. Also, the second subsection here applies to career counseling centers to ensure that these students also get resources and support and access to diversity fellowships and internships at major Fortune 500 companies. If we have these career programs at universities, we want to ensure that if they're helping students of color, women, others get scholarships to these types of programs, that the bill does not prohibit them from doing that. Google, for example, has a BOLD internship that is aimed for students who are underrepresented in technology. Kirkland & Ellis, which is a top law firm in the country, has diversity fellowships and scholarships for law students. We want Texas students to be able to have assistance from the universities to apply to these programs. In addition, the third subsection deals with services for international students or exchange students. We don't want these types of programs to get caught up in this legislation. Texas is one of the most popular states in the country for international students, and we want to ensure that they are, whether they're international students, PhD students in Texas for at least 5 years, or if they're just here for an undergraduate semester-long program, that Texas sets the standard and that we're not eliminating programs to support international students or exchange students. And then finally, the 4th prong under the amendment is a program to orient incoming first-year or transfer students to campus life. These are programs that we know work, that are there to support students, and want to ensure that these programs are not getting caught up in the whole debate that we're having today. So I move adoption.
The chair recognizes Mr. Kemple in opposition to the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I respectfully oppose this amendment because it creates an orientation program requirement outside the scope of the bill.
The chair recognizes Ms. Niave Criado to close on the amendment.
I close.
Ms. Niave Criado accepted the amendment. The amendment is not acceptably offered. The question occurs on the adoption of the amendment. This is a record vote. The clerk ring the bell. Show Ms. Niave Criado voting aye, Mr. Kemple voting nay. Show Mr. Langback voting nay, Mr. Diallo voting nay. Have all members voted? There being 60 ayes and 83 nays, the amendment